Seoul/Shanghai. As a diplomatic spat between Beijing and Seoul raged this year, many South Koreans felt decidedly unwelcome in China. South Korean businesses were shunned, K-pop concerts were cancelled and tourist trade dried up. But one group of South Koreans have been very much in demand, the executives and employees of South Korea's cosmetics companies, who are being lured by Chinese rivals as a battle for China's huge beauty market heats up. Chinese makeup brands including Jala, Proya, and Suho, which have long trailed Korean rivals in terms of quality, are hiring South Korean executives as well as spending up on research and buying overseas firms, industry executives and headhunters say. The moves seem to be helping. Chinese brands, which compete with Korean names from top-rated Amore Pacific to nimble budget makers such as Clio, are gaining market share in the mid-range and premium cosmetics sector where South Korea has traditionally had strength in China. While Chinese companies have been gaining ground for some time, the trend appears to have accelerated this year after Seoul's decision to install a U.S. anti-missile system against Beijing's wishes sparked a backlash against Korean companies. At stake is a bigger chunk of China's $50.2 billion beauty and personal care market, which research firm Euromonitor projects will grow to $61.9 billion by 2020. Jason Yu, Shanghai-based general manager of market research firm Kantar World Panel, said mid-tier or mass-tige Korean brands were most exposed to Chinese brands improving their offering. High-end brands from France's L'Oréal and Japan's Shiseido tended to attract wealthier buyers. In terms of the price position, they will be more in direct competition with the emerging Chinese brands who are moving up the price ladder, said Yu, adding Chinese firms were catching up very fast. Hiring spree. There are signs that recent diplomatic tensions have played into the hands of local Chinese brands in their battle with Korean rivals. Amore Pacific's sales fell 8% in the January to September period from a year earlier, while operating profit skidded 30%. Smaller, budget makers were hit harder, with Clio's operating profit falling nearly 70%. While some Chinese makeup brands use South Korean stars or highlight Korean links, others are playing up Chinese elements such as using traditional medicine ingredients or use slogans about suiting Chinese skin. Zoe Zhuang, 24, an engineer in Nanjing, said she used to use cushion foundations and eye pencils from South Korea's Etude brand. She now uses more Chinese to support local brands, she said, without referring to the dispute over the THAAD missile system. I actually don't think Chinese makeup is that good yet, there is plenty of room for improvement, she said. Chinese cosmetics firms have been trying to close the quality gap by aggressively targeting South Korean executives. Chinese cosmetics brands are recruiting Koreans in almost all areas, including brand managers, packaging design, store interiors, purchasing and marketing, Choi Sun-hee, head of South Korean recruiting firm HR Biz Korea, told Reuters. Some Chinese brands are willing to offer 50% or higher wages, help with rents and flights home to woo Korean workers, Choi added.